So in the overnight session, the market had been balancing within yesterday's range, and then off the employment number, so far we've seen a pretty decent sell response. Now, as we head into the open, our intermediate term bias continues to be bearish, and the short term bias continues to be neutral bearish. On the downside, we have initial support at 46.62 to 68, and a break and hold below that area would serve as a bearish indication, and from there, if the market can take out 49 to 56, that would serve as a bearish confirmation, and we know that on the larger time frame, the market is in a bearish pattern anyway. So if we're going to get a breakdown continuation type of move, then sellers would need to take out the initial support zone as well as 49 to 56. And in order for that breakdown to succeed and become a sustainable downside break, it would have to happen on some big and sustained downside momentum, with the other markets also selling off, and more specifically with NASDAQ taking out its lows from yesterday. And speaking of NQ, if NQ does take out yesterday's lows, the next significant area of support in that market is going to be around 15,490 to 520. So if NQ is exhausted into 15,490 to 520, and at the same time ES is also testing one of its own support zones, that would be another time when responsive buyers could be active in both markets. Now, again, in order for the bearish scenario to play out, we would need to see a successful breakdown below initial support and then continuation through the 49 to 56 area. Now, in the event that buyers can hold ES above initial support, or we get a false breakdown followed by a swift rejection and move back above initial support, then ES would still be in a relatively balanced state, at least on the smaller time frame. And on the upside, we have pre-market resistance at 4,775 to 0575. That marks the overnight high, and a successful breakout above that zone would be a signal of strength that can lead to a test of 4709 to 12, and then the more significant area of resistance is up at 4715.5 to 22.5,